welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we've got a really interesting hypothetical for you.
Oh, yeah.
Muhammad Ali, the greatest, versus Yuri Boyka, the undisputed martial arts champ from the movies.
Right. Boyka, that's a clash of titans, kind of. Boxing versus, well, everything else.
Exactly. Pure boxing skill against that mixed martial arts arsenal. So our mission today, essentially, is to look at the info we have, break down their strengths, and figure out who might actually come out on top.
Sounds good. It's one of those fantasy matchups, Gets you thinking about how different styles really stack up. Specialist versus, not a generalist. Boyka's pretty specialized too, but in a broader way.
Okay, let's kick off with Ali. The sources, they just rave about his boxing. It wasn't just skill, it was almost art.
Totally. The speed, the footwork, that whole float like a butterfly thing wasn't just talk, was it?
Not at all. Real agility, and then the sting like a bee. The power, the precision he had.
And don't forget the mental side. He dominated opponents before they even stepped in the ring sometimes.
True. Plus, look who he fought. The absolute best boxers, heavyweight legends.
Yeah.
His striking was, tested against the elite. So how do those pure boxing skills play here, you think?
Well, the thing with Ali is that hyper-focus. Years and years dedicated just to boxing rules, boxing movement, striking with hands, his reflexes, his timing. It was all honed for that specific fight.
Right.
So the question is, can that incredibly deep but maybe narrow expertise handle someone with more tools?
Which brings us neatly to Yuri Boyka. The sources paint him as, totally relentless, a machine.
Yeah, ferocious is a good word. And his skill set is way broader. You've got kickboxing in there, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Uh-huh.
He's not just a stand-up guy.
Definitely not. That adaptability, especially if it gets close, maybe goes to the ground, that's a whole different world for Ali.
A world Ali never really trained for, not in the same way Boyka likely did. Plus, the sources mentioned Boyka's sheer toughness, his durability. He can take a hit.
So Boyka has more ways to win, potentially. Kicks, grappling.
Exactly. More tools in the toolbox. If it turns into a clinch or goes to the mat, Boyka has techniques Ali just wouldn't have encountered in a boxing match. His kicks change the range, the angles.
Okay, so we have these two very different fighters, these contrasting styles. What do the sources actually predict? Who takes it?
It's interesting, but the analysis we looked at generally gives the edge to Ali.
Really? Even with Boyka's grappling and kicks?
Yeah. The thinking is that Ali's speed, his precision striking, and that legendary ring intelligence, they probably be too much.
So the idea is Ali controls the distance, uses his footwork.
Pretty much. The prediction hinges on Ali being able to land those fast, accurate punches, dictate the space, and essentially stop Boyka from getting close enough or getting it to the ground where his other skills come into play.
So Ali's striking mastery is seen as the key factor. His specialization wins out.
That seems to be the consensus in the material, yeah. It suggests that Ali's ability to hit and not get hit, honed to such an insane degree within boxing rules, would likely be decisive before Boyka could impose his more varied game.
It almost sounds like the ultimate expression of boxing science versus a more brutal, well-rounded assault.
Kind of. Ali's style was about minimizing damage while maximizing his own output with incredible efficiency. The sources bet on that efficiency winning out here.
Okay, let's recap that. We've got Ali, unmatched speed, footwork, ring IQ, pinpoint striking.
Oh.
A boxing genius.
Right.
And then Boyka, the powerhouse MMA fighter. Relentless, durable, skilled in multiple areas, striking, grappling.
A very dangerous opponent, no question.
But the analysis, based on what we have, suggests Ali's focused brilliance in boxing would likely carry the day. His specific skill set is predicted to be the deciding factor.
That's the takeaway from the sources. Ali's peak boxing ability is seen as just too refined, too quick, too smart for Boyka in this specific hypothetical ring.
It really makes you think, though, doesn't it? What if the rules changed? Put them in a cage instead of a ring. Allow more grappling.
Oh, completely. Change the environment, change the rule set, and the whole calculation could shift dramatically. It shows how context is everything in fighting.
Absolutely. And it opens the door to thinking about other dream fights, too. Champs from different sports, different times, endless possibilities. Anyway, that's our deep dive for today.
Yeah, fascinating stuff to consider.